Last night on January 6, 2026, I stepped off of the bus at 8:35 p.m. At the same time, a Cuyahoga County, Ohio sheriff arrived at the corner traveling southbound on East 29, I believe that is, and then turned eastbound onto the same street where I had exited the bus. I published it on YouTube and typed a note within the description area of the video. I'm going to read what I typed in the description in case they're not able to read it themselves. And it says, he was just patrolling because the Cleveland Police Department are short-staffed. Okay. The problem, however, is the amount of times within 8 years that they drove into a parking lot in Cleveland, drove to the exiting berm, and sat there until I walked past. A sheriff was directly outside of the front door of a pizza place, once again at the exiting berm where he sat until I walked past. A sheriff was in the parking lot of my bank when I walked out. A sheriff drove into a Walmart as I walked out the front doors. As I then entered the parking lot, he approached me in his vehicle and parked within the pathway where I was walking until I was close to where the bus stop was. He then exited near the area where I was standing. The sheriff had parked parallel within the pathway of more than one bus that I was on until the bus drove past. When I was assaulted on Cleveland RTA bus 11, when I dialed 911 on the bus, the sheriff intercepted the call. The transit police took their time arriving. When they arrived, they asked the RTA driver to exit the bus and left the assailant on the bus with me. She continued to assault me. They then didn't pull the video off of the bus. She admitted to assaulting me, but they let her walk away. This is on YouTube. RTA and the prosecutor's office then mixed the assault with a different report number. The only thing that I was doing and that I can have continued to do is work my ass off to get out of this shithole and return to the suburb where I grew up. However, they stalk me at every single job and defame my character. The employers are then afraid of repercussions if they speak up. Keep in mind that I don't know these people. I've never had any interest to know any of these people, and I don't want to breathe in the air that they exhale. I was assaulted by a hooker named Autumn Prosperity after the Cleveland cops, who I don't know and who have never been a part of my life, falsely told their hooker that I was working undercover with the FBI to shut down the YWCA homeless brothel house. I discussed that in that video on January 6, 2026. About 100 helicopters have hovered above me and followed me down the street, rented from Helicopters Incorporated out of Burke Lakefront Airport in Cleveland, Ohio. The most recent helicopter was number N8QD. I'm trying to find out who rented it. They're mindless, psychotic, and mentally retarded, so words don't register. They are so disgusting that to even call them human beings doesn't make sense. I don't know these people. I don't even want to breathe in what they exhale. My God, get it through your frickin' heads. Let's just pause. Allow it to absorb into the wet sponge that they have in their heads. Take a moment. Okay.